Hi guys.
Howdy.
It's been a while. I believe it's been about 9 months or so since my last video. And there's a reason for that. There's no video making anything. We haven't done anything. We've been very... It's just, we've had a boring year.
I've done a lot of fishing.
Done a lot of fishing.
Done a lot of fishing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Post a lot of fishing videos, but that's not really what this channel's about. Actually, I don't know what this channel's about anymore. I've had this this one idea for a video, but I don't know if I'm gonna do it. It was like, it's basically like where I've come to the realization that I've been on YouTube for so long, I'm actually part of a lot of people's nostalgia. So I wanted to get some messages back. Am I part of your nostalgia? Like, are my videos that nostalgic to you? I've had comments about that. People message me about that. Oh man, since I was a little kid. And I was like, that's pretty cool. I thought maybe that might be something that I might visit in the future. But anyway, and go over some of my old videos and how cringe they were. But
that makes me feel really old.
For today, well, I don't know how many years I've been on YouTube, but it's been a long time. Christmas 2006. That's some amount of years.
9,000.
Yeah.
Good math.
Today, we're going to do something a little different. We're going to do a whiskey tasting review type of thing. It's going to be a...
no peppers.
A compare and contrast thing. And I'm not... I never was a drinker or anything. I'm starting to like I don't know, I do the tastings stuff and everything. So I like to try different ones to taste them. And so we have Johnnie Walker Black Label and Johnnie Walker Blue Label. And these are Scotch whiskeys. Like, the black is a 12-year-old Scotch. The Blue Label has no age statement on it. However, it is the only 1 in 10,000 barrels is good enough to go into Johnnie Walker Blue. It's their top tier one.
Good.
So yeah, I was able to get the small bottle for $20 because they wanted like $350 for the large bottle at the location I got this at. I know where to get it for $250. He said he knows a place that's got it for $230.
It's expensive.
But it's expensive.
But it's good.
I guess. I've never tried it. But apparently they say it's good. We're going to give it a shot. And
No pun intended.
we're going to give it a shot and see. But firstly, I want to try the Black Label. Now, the Black Label I'm familiar with because I got some on the cruise ship that I was on earlier in the year. And I want to see how it compares to Johnnie Walker Blue Label. This has probably been done on YouTube before, but I don't care. We're just going to, we're just going to...
Right here from Belize.
And this is a Jägermeister thing. Where do you get these, man?
Friends who work in bars.
Okay, so we're going to try the Black Label. And there's no, rhyme or reason. I'm not going to do a whole lot, because there's really not a whole lot in these. We're just doing this for the tastings. And I guess that's about equal. I have no idea. I'm not really a chemist. I mean, I work in a pharmacy, but,
Okay.
Anyway, so, I guess, give it the old sniff test.
Yeah.
This smells just like the stuff I got at home. Very smoky flavoring. I don't know what all this is about.
You gotta ground it, man.
You gotta ground it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Tink it and sink it.
Man, that's all right. And he shoots it. I like to taste it. Yeah. Very smoky. I love the smoky flavor.
So good.
That's really the only flavor that I get is smoke. And I love that. But I don't know, my palate has actually changed since I started trying different bourbons. Now it's like the flavor, I'm starting getting a higher proof, and this one, let's see, I forget what proof is this. Let's see. No, that's 50 ml, 40% alcohol by volume, so that's 80 proof. So
it's good.
Yeah,
that's my jam.
I do like
nice little tin.
I enjoy that.
I want to try it.
Yeah, after you're gonna get
I
some.
want to try it without that mix.
There's not gonna be a mix. Oh my gosh. Megan wants to try some.
All
this
right.
is the same stuff we got at home.
I've never tried it.
The 12-year-old Scotch.
Oh, that with the sweetness.
See, she gets a sweetness out of it. that's the thing about it. No matter who you talk to, they're all going to say something different. I see people online, they start talking about these bourbons that I'm interested in trying, and they're like, oh, I got this nuttiness, the oakiness. I get oakiness.
Right.
But they start talking about like hints of vanilla and hints of caramel and all this stuff, and I'm like, where? Where is this stuff? Because I don't taste it at all whatsoever.
They just
tasted bitter, but I just tried this nerd gummy thing, and that was super sweet, so that made that
It's
bitter.
also affected by what you eat.
Right.
It really is. And even if I found, even if like you rinse your mouth out in between, like we actually should be doing, but
the palate cleanser.
Yeah, the palate cleanser. But I'm just gonna fling that out. This isn't a scientific situation.
Go rinse it.
I don't want to add water to it because like water, like even a drop of water will change it. But I'll tell you what, I will do that just for the sake of this. Yeah.
And we're gonna dry it.
And I'm gonna dry it. We'll do that. I'm gonna use the inside of my
Have
shirt.
shirt fuzz on his, which probably gonna change the flavor as well.
There we go.
It might just be
Oh,
my
you
shirt.
like my shirt? That's yeah. I've gained weight. If you haven't noticed, I'm trying. Tomorrow I'm going back. I'm on diet, and I'm gonna give that a shot. I'm gonna have to eat fish and beans for 2 weeks to try to get slim.
Good times.
Not really. I'm not
I
the biggest
myself
fan
am
of
on a
salmon.
seafood diet too. I see it and I eat it.
You're such a dad.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just give it the small amount because how expansive this is. I dropped a little bit on the table and I'm about to cry. All right. This is very similar.
It smells very similar, but it smells.
There's something else.
Way lighter.
It is lighter. Like it's
Doesn't
not
have
as
that tinge to it. So
You're
good.
gonna sink at the ground thing?
Absolutely.
I guess. Take it. You got it.
And sink it.
That's interesting.
So what you don't get in this shot that you got in the other one was that burn, right? But you still have that extreme smokiness, and it's super smooth.
Yeah, the other burned my gums, so I'm interested.
So it doesn't have that. Like, well, it does, but it's not as. It's nowhere near as intense.
Does it taste like alcohol-y?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what I mean, how I don't like that.
Here's what's your analysis? Like, how would you? What would it be? Like, if you had to pick between these, what would be your preference?
If you took this, the Johnnie Walker Blue, and then you poured it into an ashtray and swirled it around, and then you'd get this. And then
Smoke and ashes are not the same thing.
Well,
Don't be misleading the public.
That's the that's the severeness of the difference between the two.
I may be nostalgic to them, but they're all adults now.
That's
it's fine. They can think for themselves. They can buy this stuff now. Don't make them think that it tastes like an ashtray.
Have fun.
All right. Analysis.
It was an analogy.
This to me, the Johnnie Walker Blue tastes like if you took this and sprayed chloroseptic spray, throat spray into it. I'm not a fan of blue.
I got the medicine taste.
No, you didn't try this yet.
Oh, not the blue, but the other tasted like medicine.
I could see that. Because it definitely
taste your tongue right now.
Because of the
Taste my tongue.
No, I'm asking him. Taste your tongue right now.
because of the I don't want to use the word thickness, but
Viscosity.
yes, there's definitely more of that in the blue. So that's what coats your
She's
throat.
making this
And
face right now.
that's what you're getting is that coating on your throat, whereas the black just goes down smooth.
Which one's better?
Honestly, Black
The
Label.
Black Label, yeah.
I disagree with that wholeheartedly.
But you know what it tastes like to me? It tastes like if somebody
Because this,
took some... It tastes like somebody took some cheap-ass, nasty alcohol that has, like, no flavor and put it in a fancy bottle and was like, hey, let's mark
You now own a bottle of Johnnie Walker Blue. Tell your friends.
yeah. Thank you.
I'm gonna go home with the rest of my Black Label and pour it into my big bottle that's, you know. I don't know. It's just
This one has more kick to it. And that's what I think you like.
They're both the same
Johnnie Walker
proof,
Black.
though. They're both 80 proof.
It's not about the proof. It's about the.
Well, the proof is in the pudding.
Now
Well,
try
proof
this.
you can't have your pudding if you don't have your meat. See.
Now try that.
What the hell? What is this in
we're
a double
definitely
thing?
not doing that.
She's like, hey, try this.
It's
You're not just gonna be
it.
like handing me stuff. It's like, hey, try these. You know?
Yeah.
Hey.
palate
Yeah.
cleanser. No, seriously, you should try it.
Have you tried this yet? No, we're not doing that. No, I'm not eating. This is a different type of thing. Last time I ate a gummy in this house, it was horrible. That was like, it was the hottest, the little nitro, the world's hottest gummy bear ever. No, thank you.
That
No
was
more.
awesome.
I'm not eating another gummy in this house ever.
No, it's
So-
funny, though.
What about a lollipop? We keep bringing it up, and it has yet to happen, folks.
The lollipop is next. Unfortunately,
Well, it needs to happen, but at the same time, it's
I said no. You know what? That's the next thing. Next week, we're going to be taking this challenge where you stick Satan's toenail in your mouth or whatever the hell the thing's called. You got to keep it in there for 5 minutes.
It's gonna be bad.
World's hottest, the lollipop, and it's going to be a horrible idea. And I'm going to have a whole pint of ice cream with me. But for today, Johnnie Walker Blue Label, yes, for him. For me, I would stick to the black label. I'm looking forward to trying double black. It has a smokier flavor. This one just tasted like smoke and chloroseptic spray, and I'm so glad I didn't spend
Yes.
$350 on it. But hey, you know, you got this prestigious little bottle that can go on your shelf.
I greatly appreciate you for hating it.
I don't, Laura, here's the thing. I don't want you to think that I hate it, because I could sit there and comfortably sip it, but there's this weird aftertaste. And you know what? It may be because I had like Diet Coke a little while ago. It may be because of something
Fair
I
point,
ate or
fair
whatever. And it's just this, like I said, this isn't very scientific. It's just our thoughts at the moment. And that's all this is.
Well, I was gonna say,
fair
oh,
point.
mine.
What?
You might want to do a palate cleanser, because I tried one of those. I did a Nerds gummy, and then I tried that, and I didn't taste any sweetness. And then I ate a Nerds gummy after it because I wanted to get that flavor out of my mouth.
All right, give me
And the
that.
Nerds gummy had no flavor after that.
I'm a okay.
Round two.
It completely changes your flavor.
Okay,
your
good.
taste buds.
Okay. It's just the tiniest little tad. Won't even notice it.
I noticed that weird little situation.
I'll wet your nice bottle. It'll dry. Okay. So we're gonna do it because she's telling me, oh, the palate clean. Okay. Here we go.
To get the
It's still there. It still tastes the same. Although that time I did taste a little bit more sweetness to it. But
Yeah.
it's still. This is still me right there.
you have all at it.
Yeah.
I like the black. Like, that's one of those, sit down, have a campfire. It's got a nice little burn to it. It's got a
That's what it makes
good
me think of,
fall
too.
feel. Like it warms you up. It's a nice feel. But
You're
as far
outside,
as
you
the
smell that smoke
comparison,
coming off of the wood. It's
that's
just,
the thing, dude. Like that's money. But the comparison to the two is like, this is so much smoother, and the smoky flavor's still there, but it doesn't have that, I don't know, doesn't have that tinge on it that's just, yeah.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah,
I feel it on the back of my tongue. I feel it, but I actually like that feeling.
Right, right.
However, there's a sweetness in here that one lacks.
It does, yeah.
To me.
Yeah. I've heard
And-
people say that Johnnie Walker Black to Johnnie Walker Blue tastes like they took the black and watered it down.
Oh.
And I hate that analogy,
Hmm.
but to me, it's the same flavors. The Johnnie Walker Blue is bolder in other ways. It has more smokiness to it. It just doesn't have that tinge to it, that burn, if you will. So it's harder to explain it, but
Yeah, and you know, like, and another thing, it's like this little bottle was $3, and you can get a bottle. I think a 750 milliliter bottle for like $40.
yeah.
of the black versus
$20 here,
or $250
here.
and above.
Yeah.
If you could find it.
But
So
it's like Glenlivet and some bottles of Jameson. When you start going in that range, you could spend some serious money. But it's to me, it all does the job, right? If I'm looking to get tipsy, I'm gonna go. I drink on occasion T.W. Samuels, so that's like under the bottom shelf. And then you have the top shelf stuff, which is.
They have some great bourbon. Like, I haven't gone out to the Irish whiskeys or anything. I'm just tasting still, but they have some great bourbons that are, in the for $15 you can get Evan Williams bottled in bond, 100 proof, and it's like a really great bottle of bourbon. You go up from there, $20, $25. You start getting into Buffalo Trace. You start getting into $30. You get Elijah Craig small batch. That's good. You can actually get some really good stuff at that. I don't feel that you need to spend, but those are bourbons. Like say scotches, like you can there's, and you know what? They're eluding me because I'm still a novice at this. But there's a lot of names out there. I can't think of any other scotches right now. They're not entering my brain. Yeah. See, without a script or whatever, like MS really screws up in my head. So like I have some stuff, and it's in here. It's just my bridge is like this right now. I need to later on. I'm on like trying to take a nap. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah,
that's it.
But yeah, no. It's to me, it's this all day long. You know what's funny? I haven't even tried the red, and that's the cheapest one.
It's.
I heard it's a good mixer.
It's that. But worse.
We're gonna end it on that, I think.
If you like, you like the tinge of this one, right? It's got the same tinge, but without all the nice smooth smokiness to it.
Okay.
So it's just.
Yeah, it's probably gonna hit a little harder.
It's
that's what everybody says. It's a good mixer, and I've seen most blinds I've seen that doesn't even register on there. It's usually at the bottom. I saw one blind where the guy liked the red the most out of all of them. No. I know, it's like that was weird, but everybody's taste is different. So
see, I'm not like a super refined palate. It's just one of those, like Jack Daniels to me is an amazing whiskey. I can get down on that all day long, and it's from just sipping it neat to shooting it to mixing it. It's a well-versed tool, and that's what it is. It's
what's funny is
into a meat.
And Evan Williams, go and watch Jack Daniels versus Evan Williams Black Label, and you'll see Evan Williams usually comes out ahead. But the one thing that they say is usually Evan Williams gives you a hangover, whereas Jack Daniels doesn't. But it has a better flavor than the other one. So it's just
catch-22.
So yeah, but everybody's like, you can't really beat a Jack and Coke. But as far as sipping like that, usually Evan Williams beats out, but they got that hangover thing. But everything's like so nuanced, and everybody's got their own opinions, or you can't really go by that. Don't go by what we said, but either. But we just wanted to throw our 2 cents out there.
Yeah.
Black Label versus Blue. This is me. This is him. Oh my God, dude. That's freaking hilarious. It's like foreshadowing. It's like you could have started the video. It's like, well, I wonder what they're gonna do.
Wow. Yeah.
We even had the blue light behind us, Blue light special.
Set the mood. Oh baby, oh baby.
And on that note,
Later,
see you
guys.
next time whenever we're burning our mouths out.
Yes, indeed.